Hello parents, I have another how-to video for you on how to study red words. First of all, I want to say that if your child has this linking chart in his or her Just Right book bag, this is something to practice every single day before you read, and it's really simple. It's just, they should know to do this, they know how to do this, but just to remind you, they point to it, say A, apple, A, B, bat, B, C, cat, D, dog, D, E, Edward, F, fun, F. If they say a different word, that's okay as long as it starts with the right letter. G, game, G, H, hat, H, I, itchy, I. This is really important that they practice this for two reasons. One, it helps them remember their sounds, and two, when you get to here, it's important for them to remember to go back and start here, because this is how we read. Some of them might be tempted to do this, but we don't read that way. We don't read this way and then this way. We read this way and this way. So this helps them remember that. Just to let you know, this CK sock only appears at the end of words. It is not a digraph that we use at the beginning of words. So it appears in words like sock and rock. And they should know that, so you can ask them about that. But this is something to practice every single day. If they should all have a list of red words in their bags. That's something to practice either before they read or after they read, or sometime during the day. Here are some ideas that can make practicing red words a little more fun. First of all, there's always this standard drill. A, and, and. I like to combine it with movement that crosses the midline, because it helps them to remember. A, N, D, and. You can also do A, N, D, and. Or A, N, D, and. Anything that helps, that puts it into movement. They can stomp around the house. A, N, D, and. Anything that helps make it physical for them. I was playing puddle jumpers with one group where I put the words on the floor, and if they knew it, they jumped over it and they would say and. If they didn't, we would review it, and then they would jump over it. That's another good way to do it. So that's one way to review with the actual cards. Another way is to play some games. One thing you can do is you can play a version of Boggle. Griffin, I don't know if you want to be able to see this. This is really good if they're stuck on a word, if they're really trying to learn a word. Is to try and find it, or I'm sorry, let me say that again. Once they really know a word, to help them find it in context, or in a group of words, is to do like a crossword puzzle. This is Boggle, and I put in some red words that they need to try and find. My, see, at, and go. This just helps them discern it from other text of other letters. Another, Willow found lead, which is great. Another way is to play bananagrams with red words, where you just, you just take out the letters and you flip them over, and let's see what we can make. I'm not seeing any. Here we go. Here we go. C, S, E, E. This is not a thing. Rip is not a red word. Ripe is a red word for now, for them. So C is a red word. Let's see.
Well, it's not a red word.
I is a red word.
I'm just making words.
Remember that go is a red word. So if they can make them, this is not a thing to rush. This is just for them to look through letters and make the red words, and say G-O, go, S-E-E-C, I. That kind of thing. That just makes it more fun. Another fun thing to do is to spray shaving cream on the bathtub wall, and have them write the red words in shaving cream. He's going to come back. Griffin's going to come back up here so you can see me. Or salt or sugar. Put salt and sugar on a plate and have them write their red words on salt and sugar. It also works with flour. As my beautiful daughter is reminding us, this is Willow, by the way. This is my daughter who's helping me. And a game that they also really love is called Beat the Teacher. Yeah, Beat the Teacher, you can play it a couple of ways. There are lots of variations on Beat the Teacher. Beat the Teacher is where you put down the red word, and I, in my head, count to 3. so that they have some time. But if they say it first, then they get to keep it. If I say it first, I get to keep it, which is why I count to 3 in my head. So just don't do anything with that just yet.
And. Like. And.
Oh my goodness, I can't beat you at all.
I.
Okay, I want you to not know this one. Can. So now, okay, that one's mine. But now I have a pile of ones I know they need to work on. Okay. Another version that they love of Beat the Teacher Thank You was called Whack-A-Word. I have these nifty hammers.
Oh, that.
You can use a fly swatter if you don't have a nifty hammer. So it works the same way. I put it down in my head. I count to 3, and if they get it, they smack it.
On.
Exactly.
There we go. In.
Okay, I want you to not know this word. Go. See, and I get to keep it, and I have the list of words that they don't know. So that's fun. Another one is called Guess My Red Word, which we have played in morning meeting that you have, I think, seen. Guess My Red Word helps them to think of it as a puzzle. So if my red word looks like that, these are called Elkonin boxes, which help them to visualize the letters. This letter starts in the main floor and goes to the basement. This letter stays all on the main floor. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Willow's guessing in, but the reason why that doesn't work is because in doesn't go to the basement. Letters that go to the basement are, she just said go.
Yes.
Letters that go to the basement are G, Q, Y. So have them have their list in front of them so they can look. So go. So G. Once they get the G, they'll get the other letter.
Also, you draw your box like up there, and then you put your O there.
Let me show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about letters that start in the main floor, etc. Orton Gillingham uses this icon to talk about letter formation. Letters can start in the main floor and go to the basement. They can start in the attic and go to the main floor. There's only one letter that's in all 3 spaces. That's the lowercase j. It starts in the main floor, goes to the basement, and that dot on top of the I is in the attic. The way I talk about it is this. I say, like, think about the letter H. The letter H starts in the attic. It wakes up in the morning. It comes downstairs to the main floor and watches television and has breakfast. It stays in the main floor. Letters like O, like lowercase o, stay all on the main floor. So when you do the Elkonin boxes, let me switch to a new board. When you do in the Elkonin boxes, they can think about the formation of the letters. So my red word has a tall letter, a letter that starts in the attic and goes to the main floor, and a letter that stays all on the main floor. So now they're going to be thinking about letters like H and T and L. They're starting to pull that information out of their brains. So and if they don't get it, if they're looking at their whole list and they're not getting it, you can say, my red word starts with the letter T. Don't say the word, don't say the letter, say the T, because that will get them to think, oh, T. T. And then if they don't get it from there, then you can say my red word the second letter of my red word says ah, like octopus, and that will get them to O. And my red word is T-O, chew. So that's another way to help with that. Another idea. I think that's all I have for now. I hope everything is going well with you. and that you're not going too stir crazy, and I will see you again with another video. Thanks. Bye.